أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة ربي وسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We thank Allah, the creator of the heaven and the earth. Inshallah, we are going to continue our lessons, the Seerah of our beloved Muhammad Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his life. Alhamdulillah, our last video we talked about the first part of the Battle of Uhud. Inshallah, we are going to continue about what happened in Uhud. So we did mention that Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, after he learned the news that the Quraysh are gathering some neighbor tribe. There are some neighbor tribes, Banu Qinana and Banu Tihama, that the Quraysh gather and asked them to help them with the Uhud. And when Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam learned about this, so he consulted the Ansar, the leader of the Ansar, and he consulted the some of the leaders and asked them about their opinions. And then he told them, that if it was up to him, they would stay in Medina. And so far, we talked about that. But the youth, because we said that the youth are always, very zealous, meaning overzealous. The young people, they're always, hard-headed. They want to do things right away and stuff like that. So the youth decided, you know what, we're not going to stay in Medina. Let's go and fight. And then the senior Sahaba rebuked this youth and tell them, how dare you you talk or give your opinion when Prophet ﷺ already told you he would rather stay in Medina and so forth. We talk about all that. But inshallah today, after Prophet put up, his armors for fight, and he decided, as a law, when a prophet put a suit of armors for fight, he could never take out. So, and that's when we stopped the last time, inshallah. So today we're going to continue. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we said that around the 13th of Shawwal, 13th of Shawwal, this was Thursday. So then this is the third year of the Hijrah. So the Quraysh and Muslim are in a scouting distance, pretty much. So they each know where each one is. So so in 14th of Shawwal, which was Friday, that's when Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I mean Thursday, that's when the Quraysh pretty much almost got to Uhud. But on the 14th Shawwal, after the Friday prayer, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam left with Sahaba, toward Uhud at that time. So many people said he left like right after the Jum'ah prayer, which was pretty much around noon time. So when he left, he he didn't want to give any discrete information to Quraysh. So he didn't take any highway or any normal way to Uhud. So what he did, he took Sahaba. So they went through some palm date trees. That way no one would know, where they're heading and stuff like that. So that way the Quraysh would not know, and they would not get any spy, to spy on them and stuff like that. So when Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was passing through with the armies, you know, through these big palm trees, farmlands, there was this old man. This old man, he was a blind man, and according to some of the Seerah scholars, they said this man, he was blind. He was one of the friend of Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, and this man was blind. So when he heard, a footstep in his farmland, automatically he figured this could be Muhammad. He wouldn't call Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He would not call Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam Rasulullah. He would just say Muhammad. And this old man, he started screaming, "Who is there? Muhammad, is that you? Is that you and your companion that I heard your footstep? Please leave my farmland right now. Leave. I don't want you to put your foot in my farmland. Just get out of here. And he's shouting, Allahu Akbar. So one of the Sahaba was so, upset, and he wanted to just go ahead and just, chop off this guy's head. And Prophet said, no, 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 leave him alone. Allah said, Da'uhu a'amal qalb a'amal basar. And Prophet said, just leave him alone. He is blind, and the fact that his eyesight is blind, and his heart is also blind. Just leave him with his blindness. Don't worry about him. So they continues, till they reach Uhud. So once they reach Uhud, this was and Saturday morning, the 15th. That's when Uhud, the battle took place. But before we get there, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he organized the army into into three different sections. So, and but in his way to Uhud, before he reached Uhud, he realized, there were some young Sahabas that were following them. They were following them. So he stopped the army and gathered those young Sahaba and send them home, send them back to Medina. Because in order for anyone to join the battles, you have to be at least 15 and up. So this young Sahaba, they were very, very young, 14 and down. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he sent, some Sahaba. For example, the Sahaba that he sent away was Osama ibn Zayd, the Hubbun Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Osama ibn Zayd. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent him home because at that time he was pretty much like 12 or 13 years old. And then Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent Abdullah ibn Umar, the son of Umar ibn al-Khattab. He was also very young. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sent him home. And he also sent home Zayd ibn Sabit, the big poet guy. The big, actually not a big poet. He was one of the big a scholar in Quran. Osama ibn Zayd ibn Sabit. He was sent home, and the one who compiled the Quran. So that's Zayd ibn Quran. Zayd ibn Sabit. He helped compile the Quran. Later on, inshallah, we're going to talk about him, hopefully. And he also sent home Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. He was also very young. So Abu Sa'id al-Khudri was sent home, and along with the Zayd ibn Arqam. So these few people were sent home. But interestingly, there was other two young Sahaba. One of them, Rafi' ibn Khadij. Rafi' ibn Khadij, he didn't want to go. When Prophet sent him home, his own people, Rafi', Khadij, his own people plead on his behalf. They said to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, yes, Rafi' is very young. He's 14 years old, but he's an expert in archer, meaning he knows how to throw arrows in the bow. So he's very, very extremely talented when it comes to archer. And he doesn't have to be right in front of the armies. He could be in the back with the archery, and because he's very, very talented. So Prophet decided, you know what? Okay, fine. He could stay since he's expert in archery. He doesn't have to be in the mix of the fight. And then once Prophet, agree that Rafi ibn Khadij could stay, um, one of the young Sahaba, his name was Samra ibn Jundub. Samra ibn Jundub stand up and said, "Oh, Ya Rasulullah, this Rafi that you allow him to stay, I'm very stronger than him, even though I'm 14, but I beat him up several times in wrestling. So if he has to stay, allow me to stay also." And Prophet said, okay, fine, you also could stay. So these two young Sahaba stayed, but the remaining, they went home. Just think about it. At this time, the young Sahaba, 13, 14, 15, they are eager to help Prophet ﷺ with this battle. But look at our youth now, our 13 and 14 and 15, what they doing? Smoking cigarette, smoking joints and whatever they call it, drinking, partying. That's what our young teenagers are doing now. But look at these teenagers. They're helping Prophet ﷺ at the most difficult time. Look at their iman. Allahu Akbar. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he once he reached Uhud, what he did, he turned around to he put his back against the Uhud mountain. I told you last time that Uhud is the range of mountains. It's not just one mountain. Uhud is like a range of mountains, you know. So there are many mountains, and these mountains are all called Uhud. So the one of the biggest mountain, Prophet, along with the Sahaba, once he reached Uhud, he turned his back against the Uhud mountain, and he's facing Medina. So Uhud, with the genius of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his battle genius. What he did, he knew once he turned his back against the mountain, so his right side and left side, they were all protected with the mountain. So the Quraysh could not attack them from behind because their back are against the wall, and the two sides, meaning the right and the left, are also protected by the mountain. And right in the middle, there's a small mountains that is called Jabal al-Ainain. Jabal al-Ainain, but now it's known as Jabal al-Ruma. Jabal al-Ruma, meaning the Archer's Mountain. It's the place where Prophet ﷺ, he's going to put 50 Sahaba right on that small mountains to protect, the blind side. So that way, if the Quraysh are coming, they are forced to coming to the narrow path, and that narrow path is already guarded by the archers, right? So, and the other two sides are guarded by the mountains, and Prophet and the armies are already against the Uhud. So, in every way, the Muslims are protected by the mountains, and the other side, the opening side, it is protected by the archers, 50 archers. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he placed those 50 archers right on that top of the mountain. Look at the genius of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allah Akbar. The reason he did this because the Muslim were only 700 peoples, and the Quraysh and the pagans, those who are helping them, there were about 3,000. So this way, Prophet sort of like narrowed the path. So if the Quraysh are coming in, they cannot come in flood. So they would come little by little, So he's sort of like weakened the rank. So if they have to come in, they cannot come in force. They would only have to come in little by little. So that way, that would give Muslim a chance to fight, very effectively. Allahu Akbar. So that's what Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam he did. So at the beginning, the way he placed everything, it was great. It was great. So, but for usually, back in those times before the battle start, and this is like a Saturday morning, the 15th of Shawwal, the third year of Hijrah, in the morning of Saturday. So now the Quraysh and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and the Sahaba, they all could see each other's now. They are, so they all comes together, but just a few distance between them. So before the battle start, you know, um, Abu Sufyan sent someone. He sent an emissary and to talk to the Ansar. So, and this emissary, this messenger comes and said, "Oh, people of Ansar, I'm an emissary from Abu Sufyan, and Abu Sufyan is saying that leave us with our cousin, meaning leave us with those with the Muhajirun, because they know Muhajirun, those who left Mecca to migrate to Medina, they're not many. There are only about 80 or 100 of them. That's it. So the bulk of Sahaba were the Ansar. So the Quraysh were trying to play this tactic, so that way they could dismantle the groups of Sahaba, and that way the Ansar could go home and leave the Muhajirun, and that way the Quraysh could come and fight them. Allah Akbar. So this emissary is talking to the Ansar, is telling them, go home. This is not your business. We're not here to fight you. We are only dealing with Prophet and those who migrate with them. So we're not here to fight you. We don't want to fight you. Just go home and leave us alone. The minute this emissary said that, the Ansar, they were so furious. They became so angry. and they start using vulgar word. They start using like curse word and stuff like that. So I mean, even though cursing and stuff like that is not allowed in Islam, but here in particular, especially in a war, it is allowed. You could say, vulgar words, and you could curse out, and and boast and stuff like that. It is allowed in the war. When you are in the war. So the Sahaba were cursing out these messengers and stuff like that. Get out of here, do this and stuff like that. And now there was a man. There was a man. He said, "Oh, Abu Sufyan, don't worry about it. I know these people. This is my people. Let me talk to them. You know, let me talk to them. I could just talk to them, and it won't be an issue." So, and this man, his name is Abdul Amrin ibn Saifi. Abdul Amrin ibn Saifi. That's his name, and he is from Medina, but he fled when Prophet ﷺ came to Medina, and when Prophet ﷺ won the battle of Badr. This man fled because he didn't want to, be a Muslim. So he knew he has no business in Medina. He cannot do anything. He was one of their chief, so he run away from Medina and took shelter in Mecca. But he was really, really beloved by his people. So now he thinks that that love still existing. So he's telling Abu Sufyan, "Don't worry, I'm going to talk to my people. They're going to listen to me." And this name, it was Abdul Amir ibn Saifi, Abu Amir ibn uh, Saifi. But his kunya, meaning his nickname, was Abu Amir al-Rahib. Abu Amir al-Rahib. That was his nickname. Rahib mean monk. So he come out and said, "Oh, people of Yasrib." You see, he didn't even call people of Medina. He said, "Oh, people of Yasrib, oh, my tribes, listen to me." This before he even start addressing them, they start cursing him out. They start yelling, "Get out of here! Who are you?" And they start using really, really bad word against him. And they said, "You're not Abu Amir al-Rahib, you are Abu Amir al-Fasiq," meaning you're not Abu Amir, the intelligent. You're not Abu Amir, the monk. You are the Abu Amir al-Fasiq, meaning the Fasiq means someone who is extremely terrible. So they switched his name from Rahib to Fasiq. And he was so shocked. He's like, "What is wrong with my people? Maybe some devil befallen them. They used to not be like this. And Allah Akbar. And the funniest thing, we said that last time we said that Handala was the son of Abdullah, that Abdullah ibn Amir ibn Haram. Abdullah ibn Amir ibn Haram. In our last video, we said his name. His son name was Handala. That was incorrect actually. But this man, Abdul Amir ibn Saifi, nicknamed Abu Amir al-Rahib, he had a son that is with Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and his name is Handala. Handala is one of he's gonna die in the battle. And later on, and this is one of the Ansari that the angel, the Malaika, came down and do ghusl on him. We're gonna talk about him inshallah. So that's his son. It's funny. So the father is with the Quraysh, and the son is with the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allahu Akbar. So now Abu Amir Rahib, or we could say Abu Amir al Fasiq, now he knew his speech would not benefit or so ever. He said, "You know what, I don't know what to do with these people anymore. The devil took over them and stuff like that." So he walked away. Now, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, before the battle start, he started giving a speech, trying to motivate the Ansar, trying to motivate the Muhajirun and so forth. And he said, Prophet had a sword. So he took out his sword and he said, "Who will take this sword and give his haq," meaning give like what this sword deserved? Who would take this sword? And there was a Sahabi, he said, "Oh, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Prophet, I would take it." But before he even, called out to say that I would take it, One of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his cousin, said, "No, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, give it to me. I would take it. You know, I would take it." And that was Zubair ibn Awam is one of the Prophet's cousins sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because Zubair, his mother is Prophet's aunt. Zubair's mother is Safiya bint Abdul Muttalib. So literally, Zubair ibn Awam is Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam cousin. But at the same time, Zubair ibn Awam, his son Abdullah ibn Zubair, we're going to talk about him later on. He was considered as as the son of Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of Prophet. Why? Because Aisha did not get a child. So her big sister, Asma bint Abu Bakr, married to Zubair ibn Awam, and the child they got was Abdullah ibn Zubair. So this Zubair ibn Awam, and one of the hadiths of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet said, the Hawari, my Hawari is Zubair ibn Awam, like Isa ibn Maryam had a Hawari, meaning Isa ibn Maryam had a helper, and my helper is Zubair ibn Awam. So this is the Zubair ibn Awam. He said, I wanted to get the sword from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Abu Dujana, the other Sahaba, said, "Oh Prophet, give it to me. I would give the haqq of this sword. I would give the right due by the sword in the fight." So, and Zubair ibn Awam said, "I felt something inside. After all, Prophet is my cousin. So why would he choose Abu Dujana over me by giving the sword to Abu Dujana?" And I felt something in my heart, meaning a jealousy. But I figured maybe if Prophet gave the sword to this man, Abu Dujana, maybe there's a reason behind it. So Zubair ibn Awam decide to follow Abu Dujana and see what he's going to do with the sword. And so when Zubair ibn Awam took the sword from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, "Prophet, what is the haqq of this sword?" Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the right due by the sword is to fight with the sword till it broke, till it cannot be surfaced. You cannot do anything with it anymore. You have to fight with the sword till it breaks down. If it breaks, then you give the right to the sword. And Abu Dujana said, "Prophet, I took the sword, and I would make sure I give the right of the sword." And at that point, he had a turban, a red turban. They call it the death turban. So he usually wore this when he's about to fight. So he put this red turban, holding Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's sword, and he started walking like walking like grandeur, and he started walking like he's all that, he's a big, like the arrogant walk type. He walked arrogantly, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna hazihi al-mishya yabghaduhu Allah." Allahu Akbar. Prophet said, this type of walking arrogantly, Allah hated it, except in this time and in this place. Meaning, it is allowed when you are in the battle. Only you could, walk like this arrogantly, or you could talk vulgarly, and so it is allowed in those timing in terms of war. But other than that, you cannot do it. You cannot boast. You cannot, be arrogant and stuff like that. So now, before the war break out, the Arab used to do something. A lot of ancient people would do it. It's called al mubaraza. Mubaraza mean to one is one-on-one fight. Like we talk about it in Badr, right? So one-on-one fight. Al mubaraza. So with the mubaraza, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the how you call it, one of the Quraysh, from the tribe called Banu Abduddar. Banu Abduddar. There was a man from Banu Abduddar. His name was okay. Anyway, the name's gonna come to me, so I'm trying to think of his name. But there was the man from this Banu Abduddar, and he came out from the Quraysh side, and he's holding his sword, and he said his he's shouting. He said, "Who's going to challenge me right now? Who's going to challenge me?" And the man's name is right now. So his name is Talha bin Abi Talha. Talha bin Abi Talha. That's his name. So he came out and said, "Who's going to challenge me with one-on-one battle before the end, before the war break out?" And Ali ibn Abu Talib, karramallahu wajah, jump out and said, "I would definitely challenge you." And Banu Abdul Dar, meaning this tribe, and Banu Abdul Manaf, meaning the Prophet ﷺ tribes, they're cousin. They're like a third cousins, pretty much, in terms of generation. When you go up, they're third cousin. So Talha ibn Abi Talha, and this tribe too, Banu Abdul Dar, they were the flag bearer, meaning even in Badr, they were the one who were holding the flag. So in their tribe, because in Arab, every tribe has has some roles to play. For example, the Quraysh, Banu Hashim, they are the one who would give the waters to those who would come to Hajj, and the key for the Kaaba are for the different other tribes and stuff like that. So every tribe has some roles to play. So, but here, the Quraysh, every time they go to war, there's a particular tribe who would hold on to the flag. So this man, Talha ibn Abi Talib, is from Banu Abdudar, the tribe that are responsible for the flags. But this man come out and said, "Who would challenge me?" And Ali ibn Abi Talib said, "I would definitely challenge you to a mubaraza." So this two man comes out. So Talha ibn Abi Talha was wearing an armors. He was wearing this armors, and all his body is protected, pretty much. you know his arms, his arms are protected. He's wearing like the helmets. He's wearing like the body armors, pretty much. And so, and Ali was not protected. He didn't have any armors or anything like that. So, but he had Ali had a like shield. The shield, the shield, you hold it, and when you're fighting. So Ali had a shield. So now the two men comes, and Talha ibn Abi Talha, you know, um, just charge against Ali. He comes after Ali with the mighty force. So he raises sword, and so he want to swipe the sword. He hit Ali with the sword by force, and Ali ibn Abi Talib blocked his blow, blocked the sword with his shield. So the minute Ali blocked the sword with his shields, Ali went underneath. Ali went under underneath the Talha ibn Abi Talha. So Ali chopped off his leg. Allah Akbar. Like literally chop off both his leg. Just think about it. He came with the force. Talha ibn Abi Talha come with the force with the sword. He hit Ali with the sword, and Ali blocked it with the shield. And Ali went underneath to cut his leg off completely. Ali like completely amputated his legs off, and he started screaming and screaming and screaming. So when Ali cut off his legs, he fell on his back. When he fell on his back, Ali stood right in front, on top of him, and he was about to kill him. And this man started begging. He's begging Ali, "Oh, Ali, please don't kill me. Do not kill me for the kinship between us. We are third cousin. I'm from Bani Abdudar, and you're from Bani Abdul Manaf. You cannot kill me. So for the kinship for between us, please spare my life." And at that same time, when he fall on his back, when Talha ibn Abi Talha fall on his back, his aura, meaning his private part, exposed. And Ali saw that. He turned, his face, and he didn't kill him. He just walked away. Allahu Akbar. And the Sahaba asked Ali, "Why you didn't finish him? What happened?" And Ali said, I felt very ashamed. I felt very shy after seeing his private part, and he asked me not to kill him because of the kinship. So because of that, I just walk away. So when Muslim got this victory, the first victory, right away the two army charges. The two army charges against one another. Allahu Akbar. Two army charges, and the Muslim began the first assault. They start killing this Quraysh left and right. And because, at this point, Abu Sufyan, he divided his army into three groups. He divided his army into three groups. And he put Khalid ibn Walid in the right flank, and he put Ikrim ibn Abu Jahl in the left flank, and he stayed in the middle. So the Quraysh army were divided into these three groups. So from the archer side, we talk about the archer side, meaning the Jabal Romat, from that flank right, uh, how you call it, Khalid ibn Walid didn't have any access because every time he tried with his army to go around, he would find the archers are there. So no way. And Prophet ﷺ did say to the archers, he said, no matter what, do not ever leave your position. Don't ever leave your position. Ever, 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 ever. Even if they would walk on our corpse, even if they would walk on our dead bodies, even if the bird would come down on our dead body, do not leave your position. Stay on top of the mountain. Prophet gave this advice to the archers. No matter what, whether we are winning or we are losing, stay on top of the mountain. And every hadith come up with this one. Every hadith. This was very clear. And the leader, and Prophet put one leader on charge, and his name was Abdullah ibn Zayd. Some said Abdullah ibn Zayd. So, but he was in charge of this rumat. Of those archers. So that was only that was the role. Don't do anything. Just guard us, protect us from the Quraysh to coming in. Because as long as you have an arrow, horse would not. No horse would, because the horse are very, very funny creatures. Once, it doesn't matter how fast the horse is running. Once the horse see an arrow, he would stop right away. He would never, ever, ever, ever keep on running when he see arrows coming from up front. So Prophet, that's what he said. He said, as long as you raining down the arrows, the horse would not comes in, from that blind side. So he gave them that advice. So, and also this Muslim start charging against the Quraysh, and they, at the beginning they were winning the battles easily. They were killing them left and right, killing them, they were so easily. And the Quraysh women, that they came to help the Quraysh, like the cheerleaders, start running away. So they start running away toward the mountains of Uhud. So everyone starts scattering around. And before we even get there, before the battle even strike, before I'll come back a little bit. Abu Sufyan came to Banu Abdul Dar. I told you there, Banu Abdul Dar were the flag bearers, right? Because in Badr they ran away with the flag, and this time Abu Sufyan came to them and he said, if you guys know you cannot take care of this flag, please let us have the flag. If you know you cannot keep this flag, please let us have the flag right now. I would find someone or a different tribe to give them the flag, because you guys are cowards. Last time in Badr you ran away. So if you know you're going to run away this time, please let us have our flag, and I'll choose somebody to take the flag.